There is a slight fracture in your field, and it just lit up. If this appeared on your screen now, it is because the Arcturians have opened a 72-hour window around your timeline. They only unlock it for the ones who are ready. You are. For the next 3 days, reality will bend more easily around your choices. This is the moment the flexibility begins.
Stop scrolling. Feel this. There is a precise moment when the 72-hour Arcturian window ignites around your life. It is not announced with lightning or voices. It begins as a small fracture in your field, a subtle bend in your frequency. The instant your inner truth becomes louder than your old story. To you, it may look like a bad day, a strange week, or a wave of thoughts you cannot pin down. To them, it is a measurable event. The Arcturians do not guess. They watch for the point where your resistance drops below a threshold and your coherence rises above it. The moment those two lines cross, your timeline stops behaving like a straight path and becomes a flexible band. That cross point is when the window opens. The 72 hours that follow are not random hours on a clock. They are a frequency pocket, a field of malleability wrapped around your choices, your emotions, your attention. In that pocket, what you think, feel, release, and allow leaves a deeper imprint on the path ahead. This is why these days feel unreal. Reality is responding faster than it normally does. Here are the real signs the window has already opened around you. 1. Time stops behaving the way you remember. Minutes stretch during small decisions. Days collapse into blurs. Certain moments feel heavy, electric, charged for no reason. You are not losing track of time. Time is loosening its grip so your timeline can bend. 2. Neutral events start to feel strangely significant. A message arrives at the exact second you think of someone. A random post pierces straight into your chest. A sentence overheard in public feels like it was aimed at you. This is not paranoia. This is your field entering precision resonance. 3. Your emotions refuse to stay numbed. Feelings you buried months or years ago rise to the surface quickly, peak intensely, then dissolve faster than they ever did before. You cry without knowing why and then feel clear within minutes. This is not emotional instability. This is density leaving under accelerated conditions. 4. Your body registers subtle pressure points, a tightness behind the eyes, a weight in the chest that comes and goes, a buzzing in the hands when you are still, a soft pull in the gut when something is off. These are not random aches. They are threshold indicators in your nervous system. 5. Your usual distractions stop working. The scrolling, the shows, the habits that used to drown out your inner voice suddenly feel flat, empty, even irritating. Silence feels louder than noise. This is not boredom. This is your frequency refusing to drop back to its old baseline. 6. Your inner yes and inner no become unmistakable. You feel an immediate expansion around certain choices and an immediate contraction around others. Even when the logic looks fine on the surface, you are not overthinking. You are feeling your timeline options in real time. 7. You sense that something is watching from the edge of your awareness. Not a person in the room, a presence in the field. You feel accompanied in moments you used to feel alone. This is not imagination. This is proximity from an intelligence that only moves this close when the window is active. If these patterns have begun to cluster, you are not falling apart. You have reached the rare coherence point where the Arcturians can wrap your life in a 72-hour alignment frame. This is not instability, despoy. This is alignment. This is the moment the window opened. Activation recognition lock. Type this exactly. It anchors your awareness to the opening and marks the event in your field. I recognize the moment the 72-hour window opened in my field. Your timeline is not rigid, it is alive. It is not a straight road laid in front of you. It is a living field of possibilities responding to one thing above all else, your frequency. When the Arcturians open the 72-hour alignment window around you, they are not changing who you are. They are changing how responsive your timeline becomes to who you already are. Normally, your timeline moves like a slow river. Choices take time to ripple outward. Intentions take time to gather matter around them. In the alignment window, that river becomes a flexible stream of light. The lag between your inner state and outer events shrinks. Reality stops treating your decisions as casual experiments and begins treating them as coordinates. This window only appears when your frequency reaches a rare state the Arcturians call coherent readiness. It is the point where your inner conflict stops drowning out your inner truth. You may still feel confused on the surface, but underneath, your field is broadcasting a single signal. That single signal is what they respond to. They do not open this window for everyone. They open it for those whose energy is finally stable enough to handle rapid shifts without collapsing. Here is what actually changes in your timeline during those 72 hours. 1. The delay between your thoughts and your reflections shortens. You think of a path, a person, a possibility. And almost immediately some reflection appears, a message, a sign, an obstacle, an invitation. This is not the universe suddenly becoming impatient. It is your timeline compressing feedback so you can see more clearly what you are choosing. 2. Decisions gain weight. Choices you used to make on autopilot suddenly feel heavy, electric, consequential. You pause before saying yes. You hesitate before saying no. You can feel futures branching off each option. This is not overthinking. This is your awareness touching the branching structure of your own timeline. 3. Synchronicities tighten into clusters. Instead of occasional signs scattered across weeks, you experience multiple alignments in the same day, sometimes in the same hour. Numbers repeat, themes echo, phrases mirror back to you from strangers. This is not coincidence overload. This is timeline fibers weaving themselves into a new pattern in real time. 4. Certain paths collapse quickly. People fade out. Plans fall through. Opportunities vanish without explanation. It looks like loss. It feels like rejection. But from the Arcturian perspective, incompatible branches are being removed so your field can stop leaking energy into futures you no longer match. 5. Time bends around your emotional releases. Hours disappear when you are processing deeply. Minutes stretch when you stand at the edge of a major choice. You feel both sped up and slowed down. This is not dysfunction. This is your timeline adjusting its flow to prioritize key moments of alignment. 6. Your future self moves closer. You feel sudden clarity, new confidence, strange maturity that does not match your past. Ideas appear that feel like memories from a life you have not lived yet. You are not fantasizing. You are brushing against a more evolved version of you that the Arcturians are allowing to bleed into the present band. 7. The old narrative stops cooperating. Stories you used to tell about yourself no longer stick. Identities you once clung to feel fake in your own mouth. The more you try to act like your former self, the more reality glitches around you. This is not identity crisis. This is your timeline refusing to anchor to a frequency you have already outgrown. When you see all of this at once, it is easy to think you are spiraling. You are not. You are inside a temporary field where your timeline is softer, more impressionable, more responsive to the deepest signal in your frequency. This is why everything feels intensified. This is why little moves matter more. This is not disorder. This is temporary flexibility. Activation timeline alignment lock. Type this exactly. It stabilizes your awareness inside the window and harmonizes your choices with your highest frequency. I allow my timeline to become flexible within the 72-hour alignment window. Here are the real signs you are not just having a strange week. You are inside the Arcturian 72-hour alignment window. 1. Time stops behaving logically. Hours evaporate when you are alone and inside your feelings. Minutes stretch during small encounters that should mean nothing. Certain moments feel thick, slow, almost suspended in the air. You keep checking the clock because something feels off. This is not your mind losing grip. This is time bending around key alignment points so your field can adjust. 2. Your emotions crash and reset in waves. You move from heaviness to clarity in the same day. You wake up fine, collapse into sadness at midday, then feel strangely peaceful by evening. The swings feel extreme, but the residue is light, as if something truly left you. You think, I must be unstable. You are not. This is your emotional body using the window to purge density at an accelerated pace. 3. Your dreams stop being random. They become sequences. Rooms repeat. Symbols return. Faces you do not know speak like they have known you forever. You wake up with phrases, images, lessons you cannot shake. It feels too organized to be just a dream. You are right. This is not simple subconscious noise. This is your field being instructed while your mind sleeps, so you can absorb more change than you normally could. 4. Your body becomes a live sensor. There is pressure in your forehead at odd times, a sudden drop in your stomach right before a misaligned decision, a warmth in the chest when something is true. Your hands buzz when you think about a certain person or path. You may even feel a presence standing just behind you when you are still. You worry something is wrong physically. It is not. This is your nervous system registering the Arcturian window effect on your field. 5. Your relationships glitch. People who used to feel comfortable suddenly feel heavy. Conversations that once flowed now fall flat. You feel invisible in some rooms and hyperseen in others. Small interactions trigger big realizations about what you can no longer pretend to tolerate. This is not you becoming cold or distant. This is your frequency stepping out of old contracts while the timeline is soft enough to let them go. 6. Your intuition interrupts your usual thinking. You're about to send a message and your body freezes. You are about to say yes and something inside you pulls the word back. You are about to go somewhere and feel an instant inner no with no logical explanation. You think you are being irrational. You are not. This is your highest timeline speaking louder than your habits while the window is open. 7. Silence becomes magnetic. Noise, content, constant input feel abrasive. You find yourself turning off music, closing tabs, stepping away from conversations just to sit in stillness. In that quiet, you feel watched, accompanied, held by something you cannot see. You worry you are withdrawing too much. You are not. This is your field leaning into the alignment current because in silence it can feel the Arcturians most clearly. If these signs are tightening around you, you are not breaking. You are being readjusted by a temporary field that is bending reality to match your deeper truth. What you called anxiety, chaos, or disconnection may never have been that. It may always have been the Arcturian window effect. Activation Recognition Command. Type this exactly. It marks these sensations correctly in your system and calms the part of you that thinks it is failing. I recognize these intense shifts as the Arcturian alignment window, not as something wrong with me. Here is what almost nobody knows. When the 72-hour alignment window opens, the Arcturians are not watching from a distance. They begin working inside the background of your field with a precision your mind could never coordinate on its own. You feel the turbulence. They are managing the architecture underneath it. 1. They stabilize your emotional field, not by stopping your feelings, but by holding a coherent frequency underneath them. This is why waves rise hard and then dissolve faster than you expect. Old triggers surface, but they do not hijack you the way they used to. The Arcturian field acts like a steady tone beneath your chaos, giving your system something stable to tune to. This is not emotional shutdown. This is unseen regulation so you can release more in less time. 2. They open your intuitive channel wider. During the window, they amplify the part of you that already knows. Sudden insights drop in while you are doing ordinary things. You feel clear yes or clear no in your body before your mind has finished listing pros and cons. Paths light up internally without external proof. It feels like you are just making it up, but you are not. This is not fantasy. This is your intuition being boosted so your choices align with your highest branch of timeline. 3. They temporarily mute interference. Thoughts that used to spiral lose some of their stickiness. Voices from the past feel more distant. External opinions do not land as deeply. You may notice moments of strange mental silence between waves of activity. Those gaps are not emptiness. They are engineered pauses in the noise so your real signal can rise. This is not disconnection. This is energetic noise cancellation. 4. They increase your coherence. Inside the window, your scattered pieces start moving as one field instead of separate parts fighting each other. Your desires, fears, memories, and future impulses begin lining up around a central truth. You feel pulled toward what matches you and pushed out of what does not, sometimes ruthlessly. It can feel like your life is being edited without your permission. It is not punishment. This is structural coherence being restored so your energy stops leaking into timelines that are not yours. 5. They highlight your timeline branches. Choices that used to feel blurry suddenly split into obvious paths. One option feels dense, heavy, contracted. Another feels terrifying but strangely clean. You sense future echoes in your body before events happen. Conversations, invitations, and endings bunched together so you have to decide. This is not the universe playing with you. This is the Arcturian field putting light on your crossroads while the timeline is soft enough to reshape. 6. They strengthen your inner guidance over external control. During these 72 hours, things that once controlled you begin to lose their grip. Old patterns taste flat. Obligations that were built on fear feel harder to obey. You feel an almost physical resistance when you try to go backward. At the same time, small aligned actions feel strangely supported, even if they make no logical sense. This is not you becoming irresponsible. This is your system being rewired to follow inner authority over inherited programming. 7. They shield your field from lower interference as much as your readiness allows. People who drain you may cancel. Plans that would have pulled you off path suddenly fall through. Spaces that feel wrong become unavailable. It can look like rejection or inconvenience. It is not. This is quiet protection, a temporary buffer so your window can complete without being constantly hijacked by old frequency hooks. You are not abandoned inside this 72-hour opening. The intensity you feel is not the sign that you were left to figure it out alone. It is the sensation of deep background work happening faster than your mind can label. Activation Background Cooperation Command. Type this exactly. It aligns your awareness with the support already present in your field. I allow the Arcturian work within this 72-hour window to support my highest timeline. Here is what almost nobody tells you about the 72-hour alignment window. The intensity you feel inside it is not a mistake, not a malfunction, not a sign that something has gone wrong. The window reveals truths most people never learn to read, and once you see them, you cannot unsee them. 1. The exhaustion you feel is not depletion, it is recalibration. During the window, your system is running at a higher internal bandwidth than usual. Old patterns dissolve, new frequencies anchor, and your field expands faster than your physical body can interpret. You think you are tired. You are not. You are integrating. This is not burnout. This is energetic reconfiguration at a pace you are not used to yet. 2. The emotional swings are not instability. They are compression. The window squeezes unresolved material into a tighter cycle so it can leave your system quickly instead of dragging for weeks. This is why grief flashes and disappears. Why anger rises and falls without residue. Why joy comes out of nowhere and then dissolves into stillness. You are not losing control. You are completing loops that would have taken months in a matter of hours. This is not chaos. This is accelerated clearing. 3. The confusion around decisions is not indecision. It is timeline sorting. When the window opens, multiple potential futures loosen and drift near your field. Your body feels the pressure of them before your mind can understand. You misinterpret this as anxiety. It is not. It is your system choosing the branch that leads to coherence, not comfort. You are not failing to choose. You are choosing from a higher layer. This is not avoidance. This is timeline filtration. 4. The sudden endings are not loss. They are release. People fall away, plans collapse, illusions crack open, connections dissolve. You think something is being taken from you. It isn't. What falls away during the window cannot travel with the frequency you are stabilizing into. You are not being abandoned. You are being unhooked from what would have delayed your path. This is not rejection. This is energetic pruning. 5. The sense of being watched is not paranoia. It is perception. When the window opens, your intuitive receptors amplify. You become aware of layers of guidance, presence, and subtle support that were always there but muted by your previous bandwidth. Your skin tingles, your chest warms, you feel someone standing beside you even when the room is empty. This is not imagination. This is multidimensional awareness becoming accessible. These truths feel strange because you were never taught to read energy in motion. But the window forces what is usually subtle into full visibility. You are not breaking. You are transitioning. You are not falling apart. You are expanding beyond the structures that once kept you small. Activation Hidden Truth. Integration Command. Type this exactly. It anchors your field into clarity instead of confusion. I allow the deeper truths of this window to align me, not frighten me. You do not need to force yourself. You need to stabilize yourself. During the 72-hour window, effort is not what moves you. Coherence does. The more you try to push, fix, and manage yourself, the more your field scatters. The moment you choose stability over performance, the window can actually work for you instead of against your nervous system. Here is what stabilization really looks like inside this window. 1. Conscious breathing is not a wellness habit. It is a field anchor. When you slow your breath, lengthen your exhale, and let your chest and belly soften, you are not calming down. You are giving your energy field a stable rhythm to synchronize to. The Arcturian frequency locks onto consistent patterns. Each slow breath becomes a signal. This system is ready to hold more light. This is not stress relief. This is energetic anchoring through breath. 2. Silence is not avoidance. It is recalibration space. When you step away from noise, from conversations, from constant content, you are not withdrawing from life. You are clearing interference so your field can reorganize. In the 72 hours, 5 minutes of real silence is worth hours of mental processing. Thoughts settle, emotions land, guidance can finally be heard. This is not isolation. This is bandwidth reclamation. 3. Energetic bathing is not a fantasy game. It is nervous system rinsing. Whether you sit underwater, feel light pouring through your body, or imagine yourself standing in a coherent Arcturian field, your system responds. Muscles soften, the chest opens, the spine feels more alive. Your field lets go of static that does not belong to you. This is not you pretending. This is your body remembering how to release density when a higher frequency is present. 4. Still presence with your emotions is not stagnation. It is metabolization. When waves of feeling arise in the window, you do not need to analyze them, fix them, or explain them. Sit, breathe, feel them fully without a story. As you do, the Arcturian field can move through your emotional body and complete cycles the mind would drag out. This is not passivity. This is high-efficiency emotional processing. 5. Journaling is not overthinking on paper. It is frequency mapping. When you write what you are feeling, sensing, and realizing during the window, you are not just documenting. You are stabilizing the new signal you are carrying into language your system can recognize later. When the window closes, these pages become coordinates back into this state of coherence. This is not mere self-expression. This is timeline bookmarking. 6. Simplified routines are not regression. They are stabilization protocols. Eating simple grounding foods, going to sleep earlier, saying no to unnecessary tasks, moving your body gently instead of pushing it hard. These are not signs you are falling behind. They are how you free energy for alignment instead of spending it on performance. This is not laziness. This is energetic resource management during acceleration. 7. Asking for support is not weakness. It is field strengthening. Whether you ask your higher self, the Arcturian field, or trusted humans to hold space for you, you are not failing to handle your process alone. You are acknowledging that alignment stabilizes faster in coherent company. The window is not meant to be survived in isolation. This is not dependency. This is collaborative coherence. You do not need to force a breakthrough. You need to give the breakthrough somewhere stable to land. When you breathe, rest, simplify, write, feel, and receive support. You are not doing little things. You are running an advanced stabilization protocol that allows the 72-hour window to imprint as strength instead of trauma in your system. Activation Stabilization Command. Type this exactly. It aligns your field with ease instead of force. I choose stability over effort. I allow this window to settle me into my true frequency. When the window closes, you are no longer the person you were. The 72 hours do not end by taking you back. They end by locking in a new baseline. The Arcturian field does not snap shut on you. It settles around the version of you that emerged, and from that point, every movement in your life references this new frequency, not the old one. Here is what actually changes when the window completes. 1. Your intuition stops being occasional and becomes structural. Before, Intuitive hits arrived as exceptions. Now, they weave through your day as the organizing layer. You feel truth in your body before you can think it. You sense what is aligned and what is not. This is not you becoming overly sensitive. This is intuition promoted to its rightful place as primary guidance. 2. Your timeline becomes more responsive. Choices that match your new frequency move quickly. People and opportunities that are coherent with you seem to appear out of nowhere. At the same time, anything that belongs to the old frequency resists or falls away. This is not life turning unstable. This is your reality resorting itself around the signal you now broadcast. 3. Emotional clarity replaces emotional confusion. You still feel deeply, but the fog around your feelings thins. You know when an emotion is yours, when it is inherited, and when it is collective. You can tell the difference between intuition and anxiety. This is not emotional numbness, and it is not overthinking. This is your emotional body aligning with a coherent field. 4. Your mental field clears faster. Thought spirals that once lasted days now dissolve in minutes or hours. The inner arguments lose their power. There is more silence between thoughts and more precision inside them. This is not your mind becoming perfect. This is mental bandwidth recalibrated to match your upgraded frequency. 5. Your sense of self stretches beyond its old borders. You no longer fully believe the story you used to tell about who you are. Identity feels less like a fixed role and more like a living presence. You experience yourself as the one who chooses, not just the one being carried by circumstances. This is not an identity crisis. This is the early stage of multidimensional self-recognition. 6. Relationships and environments reconfigure around you. Some connections deepen because they can meet you at this level. Others fade, not from punishment but from mismatch. Places that once felt comfortable may suddenly feel heavy. New spaces feel inexplicably right. This is not you becoming distant. This is your field refusing to shrink back into rooms it has outgrown. 7. Your path forward becomes less negotiable. You can still hesitate or resist, but your system knows when you are betraying your own alignment. The cost of ignoring your inner guidance becomes higher. The relief of saying yes to what is true becomes unmistakable. This is not pressure from outside. This is your destiny field activating from within. When the 72 hours end, the story of you does not reset. The window closes, but the frequency remains. You cannot return to your old frequency anymore. You can only choose how gracefully you inhabit the new one. Activation Integration Command. Type this exactly. It confirms the shift your field has already made. I accept that I have changed. I walk forward as the version of me this window revealed, and I do not go back. If you made it to this point, it means your field has already recognized the truth, not mentally, energetically. Something in you crossed a threshold during these 72 hours, and your system knows it. You can feel it in the way your breath sits deeper in your chest, in the way your thoughts move with more silence between them, in the way your intuition stands closer than your mind. This is the moment the window stops being an event and becomes a direction. You did not imagine the acceleration. You lived it. The fluctuations, the clarity, the emotional tides, the timeline shifts, all of it was your field reorganizing itself around a higher signal. And now that it has done that, there is no way back to the older frequency. Not because you are forced to evolve, but because the old version of you cannot hold the coherence you've stepped into. Here's what that actually means. 1. Your inner guidance will not dim again. Once your intuition has been amplified by a coherent field, your system does not forget how to hear truth. You will feel alignment like a tone you cannot unhear. 2. Your timeline will respond faster than before. Manifestations tighten. Synchronicities cluster. Misaligned paths collapse quickly. This is not instability. This is responsiveness. 3. Emotional transparency becomes natural. The places you used to hide from yourself feel impossible to return to. You see yourself clearly now, and clarity is irreversible. 4. Connections shift permanently. Some deepen because they match your new signal. Others dissolve gently because they no longer can. This is not loss. This is resonance sorting. 5. You move differently in your own life. Less hesitation, less self-doubt, more internal authority, more willingness to follow the pull of your path. This is not ego. This is alignment awakened. The point is simple when the window closes. You do not return to who you were. You step into who you have been preparing to become. But here is what almost nobody tells you: the next stage is stronger, faster, and more demanding of coherence. Not in a painful way, but in a precise way. This phase is not meant to be walked alone. Not because you are weak, but because the frequency you are entering stabilizes more deeply when you are surrounded by others who carry the same signal. If you feel the resonance in your chest right now, it is not coincidence. It is recognition. Your field is responding to the path in front of you. You are not just invited, you are aligned. If you feel the vibration of this transmission, your energy belongs inside the circle. The circle is not a community. It is a frequency zone, a protected band for those who have crossed this threshold and need guidance, coherence, and anchoring for what comes next. Inside, we continue the activations. We refine your field. We work with the timeline responsiveness that has awakened. You do not navigate the post-window acceleration by yourself. You are held, stabilized, and understood. If your body warmed just now, if your breath deepened, if your mind stilled for a moment, that is confirmation. Click join. Enter the circle. Not because you must, because this is where your frequency is already standing, and you do not have to walk the next stage alone anymore.